Hello everyone, so in this video, let us talk about the house robber 4 problem. I had already made the video on house robber 1, 2 and 3. So if you haven't checked it out, you can go check out that particular problem as well. And this problem is actually from a contest from LeetCode, that is LeetCode Weekly Contest 331. And I had already made a video on the first and second problem of that particular contest. So if you haven't checked that contest out, you can check out those videos as well. But now coming down to the third problem of that particular contest, that is the house robber 4. So there are several consecutive houses along a street, each of which has some money inside them. Now there's also a robber who wants to steal money from the houses, but he refuses to steal from adjacent houses. Now the capability, stay focused on this particular line, the capability of a robber is the maximum amount of money he steals from one house of all the houses he robbed. So if he, let's say, robbed 10 houses, whatever is the maximum among all the money he has robbed from the 10 houses is the capability of that particular robber. Now you are given an integer array nums defining how much money is there inside each house, as you can see here in the nums array. You are also given an integer k, which is representing the minimum number of houses the robber will steal from. So if it is k equal to 2, which means that the robber will be stealing from at least 2 houses, 2 or more houses, given the conditions that the houses the robber will be stealing from should not be adjacent. Now, you have to find out the minimum capability of the robber out of all the possible ways he can steal from at least k houses. That is the particular problem. Now, you might be thinking that how can we solve this particular problem? There might be multiple possible ways. You can do a DP, or maybe you can use, let's say, greedy approach as well from here. But I have told you one thing in one of my very famous playlists, that is of binary search playlist, that if you see two words, these two keywords in a particular problem, then there's a high probability that that problem can be solved using binary search. And those words are, if you see maximum and minimum at the same time in a particular problem statement, then there's a high probability that particular problem can be solved using binary search. As you can see, you have to find out the capability of the robber, which is the maximum of the amount of money he stole, stole from all the houses, and you have to find out the minimum capability of the robber. Okay, so that is how, if you find out these two terms like in a particular problem, it is a very high probability that that problem can be solved using binary search. So you can think of a particular way. Now, okay, so let's say we got an initial hint that let's try to think it in a binary search problem. So how can we do actually binary search over it? So let's take this particular problem as well only. Let's take the first example that we have this nums array. Okay, let's, for a binary search, we will have an L, we have an R, we will find out the middle of it. Okay, let's take an example that we have a mid equal to 50. Okay, or maybe let's take a small example. Let's say the answer is 5. So let's say we will have mid equal to, let's say, 4 here. So if I want 4 as my answer, because I want to minimize my answer, I want to get my capability as minimum as possible. And if my capability, if this is my answer, let's say this is my answer, I have to choose at least 2 numbers that are not adjacent, such that their value should be 4 or less than 4. Because if I, let's say, if I take 2 numbers out of this array whose values are 4 or less than 4, then I will make them as, let's say, the houses I will rob. And if I rob those houses that are not adjacent, then I will take the maximum of them will be 4, because I have to choose the numbers that are 4 or less than 4. Then only the maximum will be 4. Similarly, if the answer is 5, then I can choose this value, this house and this house, such that if I choose these two houses, these are not adjacent, and if I stole them, the maximum of both of them will be 5, 2 and 5, so answer will be 5. And so answer will be 5. Similarly, if I choose this house, let's say if I choose 2 and 9, then my capability of the maximum of both of them, that is 2 and 9, that is 9. So I will be having a capability of 9 if I choose these two houses that are not adjacent. But as you can see, I can still minimize them. So that is how you can use binary search over it. But let's say if I have a capability of 9, okay, can I say that I have a capability of 10 as well? That is fulfilling the condition, because higher value is still like good enough for us. I have to minimize my answer. What I'm trying to say here is that if I have a capability of 2 and 9, any number that is less than that particular value I'm looking for is okay for us. Okay, so let's say I have to find out that whether how many elements if I choose we will give let's say the capability of 50. Okay, if can I choose 2 here? Yes, because I so let's say if I want to take a subset, I want to take some houses that are not adjacent, that will give me at least 2 as the capability, then all the numbers should be greater than equal to 2. Similarly, so as you can see, if any number is less than 2, then it is false. Okay, similarly what you can see is that if I want to get like answer of 50, okay, then all the numbers that are greater than equal to 50 are good to us. So as you can see that all the numbers are less than 50, so I can still go deeper and go and find out a very smaller value. So all the values that are let's say are lesser than 50, then I can choose them. Okay, I can choose them, and I can, let's say I can take 9 as well. So that particular subset will be 9, and if I take a higher capability also, it means that I can go lower inside my range and I can minimize my answer. But let's say if I choose 4, then I have to choose at least 2 non-adjacent numbers that have a value greater than equal to 4. Okay, so this is not here, this is not here. Okay, this is greater than 4, but I cannot choose then I cannot choose this. So that is how 4 is not possible, so I have to look for a higher value. Okay, so you can just count out a number of ways and you can do binary sorting. That's the particular logic that we have to use for this particular problem. Let's move on to the code part now. I just remove it from here. So what I've done here is that we have to take L and R depending on the constraint. So maximum value is 10 to the 9 plus 10 to the 9. So I've taken 10 to the 9 plus 5. Answer will be this only, because to minimize it, so initialize it a very higher value. Then while L is less than R, then what we'll do, we will find out the middle value. Then we will check that whether this particular mid value is satisfying the given conditions or not. If it is, store our answer as mid and go make my R as mid minus 1. Why? Because this is particularly fine. If this is fine, I have to find out a more lesser answer. For that, I have to make my R becomes mid minus 1, because I have to go on the left hand side, which is like a smaller value. But if it is not a correct answer, I have to look for a larger value that is giving us a particular answer. So I will make my L equal to mid plus 1. In the end, we have our answer. Okay, now what is this particular check function will be doing? This check function is just finding out whether or how many number of, let's say, houses I will be stealing such that mid is the capability. Okay, so I will have to count it out. So I will iterate over all the houses. So if the nums of high is less than equal to mid, then it is perfectly fine. I can take that particular house and I can rob it. So I will take it and increment my, so let's say I will increment my total, because now I have taken that house. I cannot rob the next adjacent house. So I will increase my I plus 1. So I will be increased by 1 here and 1 from here as well. So it will go to the, so let's say it will not take the next house, but it will go to adjacent plus 1 house. Okay, that is how it will go to that, and it will not include that, but because I've taken one of the houses, I have increment my total. So in the end, if the number of houses I have taken, if it is greater than equal to k, because let's say I have to take k houses only that are not adjacent, and I have to take k houses, I want to rob them. But if I got greater than equal to k answer, then it is already fine. I can take just k out of them. Okay, and that is perfectly fine. So this check will tell me that whether this is perfectly fine, this answer is good. Let's try to find out a lesser answer. So I will move my R equal to mid minus 1. And if this check is true, and if it is not true, which means that I have found out the total number of houses that I can drop that is fulfilling this condition less than k, which means that I have to now increment my value so that I have to get more capability to find out how much houses I can drop. Okay, so that is how you can find the particular answer. You can pause on this particular video and try to understand, rewrite the code again and again by yourself. That is how you can master it out of this particular binary search problems. So I had already a particular playlist on it, so go check it out, completely watch every particular video, so you will learn more about it. So if you still have any doubts, you can mention in the comment box for this particular video. I will see you in the next one, coding, and bye.